Hello, my name is Eric Wolfram, and this is Project 1 from CS50's web programming with Python and JavaScript. The Project 1 essentially was to program a Wikipedia, which I call Wolfipedia because my name is Eric Wolfram. And so it's pretty simple how it works, but we'll go over it really quickly. You can see this is the index page, and it lists all the pages that are currently on the wiki. It's pretty clever how this works. It uses a utility that came with the project, and it will look in a folder for a file that, if it exists, it lists it here. These are the titles of each of the files that are listed, and you can see if they are clickable. They're not just merely a list. You can actually click on bread, and this is the second bread content. So this is the content for bread, and you can see up here in the URL, it says wiki/bread. And I can go back home and I can type it, I can go to Django. This is the content for Django, and you can see it says wiki Django. But what if I just went up here and I typed in something that maybe didn't exist? Let's say bike. Let's say I wanted a page about bike. No. Not found. It shows an error page because there is no page not found. And you can see back here, there is nothing on bikes, unfortunately. So there you go. If the page exists and you click on it, it shows it. If it doesn't exist and you try to type it in, it will show you the error page. There's a search function here. I can type in, let's say, Python. And boom, it takes you right to the Python page. Look in the URL, it says search equals $Q equals Python. Similar to Google, how that does that. And if I did HTML, we know there's an HTML page. It goes directly there. But if I type in, let's say I did it before, B, I just type B, it shows me all the pages with a B in it. Or if I mistype something like Python, it's it's like, did you mean Python? It's showing me if the string is in the search, it shows you the page, and if you click on it, of course, if you click on any of these, of course, you get brought to the page, which is how you'd expect it to work. And guess what? You can create a new page. If you click on this, you're shown the form where the user can create the title. So we're going to create that page, bike, that wasn't there. And we're going to give it a title called bike, a header called bike, and we're going to go you can put some content here. You can put some and maybe, I don't know what that's going to do. Let's see. Just put some content, and you notice this is not an HTML. We're using something called Markdown, which you can see it'll get converted to HTML. Here's a header. This was a bulleted items, and it created the page. And if I go here, now bike is a page. And you can see in the URL, bike is up there, and it's now a page. The user was able to type in a title, type in the body content, click save. Oh, and this is important. Let's say, now if I'm trying to do it again, make bike, and I'm going to type in some content, and I'm going to submit it. Now we know this page already exists. What will happen? Will it write over, or will it tell me? Oh, it tells me. It tells me this page exists. Try a different title. And notice that the content that I had already typed in is still there, so it didn't erase my content. That would be terrible. Bike 2. We'll call it Bike 2 page. Boom. there it is. Go home. I have a Bike 1 and a Bike 2 page, so it caught that potential mistake and it saves it to the disk. Now these are files. This content right here exists on a file inside the file system, and that's why it's showing up here. Now a user can edit that page. Let's say I didn't like this. I can edit it. It shows me the content. And I can submit. Now I cannot edit the title. That was not part of the spec. But I can edit the body of the title. So there it is. The new content is there. And it's still there, the content, just as you'd expect an edit feature to work. Another fun thing this does is this random page thing. You can click on it and it will show you a random page. If you click on it long enough, sometimes I think it just did it. It showed me the same page twice because it truly is random. So even though you're looking at one, it just did it again. It can give you the same page again because there's only so many pages. And chances are eventually it'll show you the same page you're on. But anyway, that's how it works. The Markdown content, it converts it from Markdown, this is Markdown, to HTML, and I'm using a library, a pre-installed library to change that. I didn't write that, which was a challenge for those more comfortable. But I was fine with using the standing on the shoulder of giants and using the library that's already been written to change this sort of stuff right away into HTML like that. Thank you for watching.